The courtroom is usually a place of rules, order, and silence, but throughout history there have been moments when reality exploded into raw human emotion, turning cold legal spaces into scenes more dramatic than any film. And one such moment began when a man who had denied murder charges for 2 years suddenly stood up just as the judge prepared to read the verdict, his voice shaking as he confessed in front of everyone, leaving the victim's family screaming and the lawyers stunned, while another unforgettable moment unfolded when a young woman came face to face with the man who had ruined her life, and instead of shouting or crying she calmly described her pain word by word until the accused broke down in tears, confessing before the jury could even deliberate. And then there was the case where a supposed eyewitness confidently testified against the defendant until surveillance footage was played showing the witness himself committing the crime, causing the courtroom to erupt in chaos as the judge ordered his immediate arrest, while in another shocking trial a mother forgave the man who killed her son during sentencing, walking toward him and saying she chose forgiveness over hatred, a moment so powerful that even the hardened guards wiped their eyes. And one of the most dramatic scenes ever recorded happened when a defendant laughed arrogantly during trial until the jury announced a life sentence without parole, at which point his laughter turned into screams as reality finally crushed him, while in a separate case a wrongfully accused man listened silently as the jury read not guilty after spending 27 years in prison, collapsing to his knees as the courtroom applauded, knowing justice had arrived decades too late. And then there was the moment a judge removed his robe and stepped down to hug a child witness who had bravely testified against her abuser, reminding everyone that the law still has a heart. While another unforgettable incident occurred when a lawyer dramatically resigned mid-trial, admitting his client had lied to him, shattering the defense and instantly changing the outcome of the case. And in one chilling courtroom scene a recorded phone call was played where the defendant unknowingly confessed to the crime, his face turning pale as his own words sealed his fate. While perhaps the most emotional moment of all came when a man falsely accused of robbery locked eyes with the real criminal who suddenly stood up from the gallery confessing out of guilt, freeing an innocent man in front of a stunned judge, jurors, and a nation watching live, proving that courtrooms are not just places where laws are argued but where human souls are exposed, where truth sometimes hides and sometimes explodes without warning, where tears, rage, regret, and redemption collide, and where a single sentence, a single confession, or a single act of courage can change lives forever, reminding us that justice is not always quiet, not always clean, but when it arrives, it does so with unforgettable drama that echoes far beyond the courtroom walls.